Hey, Susan Palmer here. Wanted to give you my weekly studio update. Things that are kind of happening in my studio, resonating in there. I started off the set or this video with a tune, "Darn That Dream," and that's a tune that really haunts me, especially during the pandemic here, because there's so much that we've all lost. And I don't know about you, but I have a lot of visions of life previous to COVID, and sometimes it comes to me in my dreams, and sometimes it's just these weird kind of visions that I get when I'm walking around. And anyways, the song, I think I first heard it played by Dexter Gordon long, long time ago, and I didn't even know the words back then, but it really hit me. And anyways, I wanted to play that for you today because that's a song that really means a lot to me. And with all of my playing, I have a lot of room to grow. I like that about playing the guitar. It's also just one of those things of, teaching music and producing these books and videos and all the things that I do. It's hard for me to get time to practice in and be that guitar player that I want to be. So hopefully I demonstrate a small amount of understanding of the instrument for you and of that song. But I'm looking forward to kind of picking it apart, literally, and making some of those notes a little bit clearer. So that's going to be on my practice list for this week. But one of the reasons I wanted to play that song for you is because that song really resonates with me, and something that's come up quite often in my studio this past week was the idea of music resonating with people and kind of what that means. Now, I'm a real kind of drill sergeant in my studio. I like to think that I'm a cross between Mr. Rogers and a drill sergeant, but I don't know if that's actually what happens, but that's my goal anyways. And so there's a lot of drilling on a lot of concepts. I really like my students to know their notes and the chords, and I'm a real stickler about that stuff. I've come up with a lot of exercises to help students master those, and I think knowing your instrument is super duper important, and I love teaching that. I think I'm one of the few teachers who really likes that aspect of teaching those fundamentals. But on the flip side of that is, how do students apply that to what they want to play? And there's a lot of students, just a lot of guitar players, I think. We love learning stuff. We love those kind of drill exercises and having those clear goals. But, it's important to apply that to music. And one thing I know about music is that there's no perfection. It's impossible to perfect a piece. And that drives me crazy, but it also really keeps me going with playing music. But that's something that I think keeps some students from playing music or trying to play more songs, is that they feel like they've got to get a certain number of skills together before they do. And I really like students to play stuff that they're interested in right from the beginning. And I don't know everything that a student is interested in playing, so I really leave that responsibility to the student to come up with. With that being said, I think of it as the musician's responsibility to be constantly listening to new music and figuring out things that really resonate with them. You want to find, songs that you like, things that just, make you excited. And when that happens, to me, that means that music, it's resonating with something that's already in you. And I think it's the responsibility of each musician to find that music and then to play that music and to figure out, what in that are you going to be contributing? Because that music's already in you if you're feeling it. And so it's your responsibility to take that and use it and play that song or that idea or that feeling, and really make it your own. And that's something that I can't do for students. I can just tell them this is something that I really like, and a lot of the music that I listen to that I really like, I've listened to and really liked since I was a small child. But I also love listening to new music and things that challenge me, so things that are hard to listen to. I remember for a time, Wayne Shorter tunes were really hard for me to listen to. I couldn't get into it. And then years later, I went to one of his concerts, and gosh, I remember, sitting through the concert, and at the end of it, they stopped playing, and, everybody's leaving. And I was just really upset because to me, he only played for 15 minutes. It really felt like, 15 minutes. And so, I was thinking, we paid whatever we did for those tickets, and, the show was over so soon. And, that just, showed me how you can really grow with music. And I think it's important to listen to music that's challenging, but also that is good music. And so it's important to have people who you can trust to kind of turn you on to good music and good artists. So that's one thing that I can do with students is sometimes I'll, have them check out something that might be hard for them to listen to at first. But, over time, hopefully it doesn't take that much time, but our ears get used to things, and, we start to recognize rhythms or patterns, melodic ideas in there that we didn't get at first. And that's something that then becomes music that resonates with us. And then we've got to take that music and internalize it and do something with it. So Darn That Dream was the tune that I wanted to share with you today. I'm going to go practice it right now because it needs some work. But anyways, I hope you all have a great week. That's something that happened in my studio, and I hope you got something out of that. By the way, I get real nervous when I'm doing these videos, so I just appreciate you guys watching it, and those likes and comments and stuff really mean a lot to me, because I don't know what I'm doing. I know how to teach in front of a class, but the whole video thing, I feel like I've never been that great at it. So anyways, thanks, and have a good week. I'll see you next time.